All right. Part 2. The Time Machine. Twin Pine Malls, 1984. So, Back to the Future DLC, PowerWash. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. If you saw the first chapter of this, which was Doc Brown's van. This being clearly second chapter for this. Let's go ahead, load this up, see what we've got. I'm hoping it's got the ice on it like it has in the picture there. That's my hope. Oh, right. So we've got the movie star. Look at that. That joystick drift was great just then. It's a car that's been modified by the genius inventor Doc Brown to incorporate a flux capacitor fueled by bootleg plutonium naturally. It reaches its top speed of 88 miles per hour in no time, so to speak. Anyway, riding those timelines in cold work, which has left it covered in temporal ice and astral particulate. Basically, our props department have had a field day with it, and we need it cleaned for one last take. Oh, and we'd really appreciate it if you kept everything that you've seen today under your hat, or rather mask. The future depends on it. Thanks a lot. Okay, well, let's go ahead and load. We are here. Got the yellow nozzle, which vertical we spray in. We'll go that way. Do they still have the... Oh, yes, they've still got Doc Brown's van here. Sweet. They've done such a good replica of this car park. Hats off to the PowerWash team. All right. They're not wrong when they said they iced this car up. This actually reminds me of when they parked Jeremy's car on the Grand Tour, I think it was, and sprayed it in water when they were in an icy area, and then they left it there overnight, and he couldn't actually get a start with them in the day. All right, let's get to clean it anyway. Pressure washing away. So a fun fact with this series is the car option they first were offered, they were actually pitched, I think Chevrolet it was, came up to them and said, we've got a new model coming out. I forget the model it was, but they were trying to plug to the Universal this new idea. They really wanted to plug it. Take our car, we'll give you a car, we'll give you 4 cars, use them in the movie. And the director, creative behind it, said, no, your car, it's not unique enough for what we want. And at the time, John DeLorean had this short-lived, I suppose, series of DeLorean, and yeah, they hit John DeLorean up eventually, and that's how it became iconic, the DeLorean and Back to the Future. I mean, the company itself, DeLorean, as a lot of people well know, did go bust, bankrupt very quick back in the day. There was even a point where, an embarrassing point for the CEO, John DeLorean himself, his car broke down, the DeLorean, when he was in traffic. And the problem was these doors here, if they got, if the electrics broke, was whatever the reasoning was, you couldn't get yourself out of the car. There was a problem with it. Yeah. So he even had to get help and assistance to get out of his own car. And these cars never would actually hit 88 miles an hour. That's another common fact about that model. I think I've watched so many things over the time on YouTube, on Blu-ray, DVD, just trivial stuff on this franchise. There was actually at one point a family in America that actually owned the majority of the Universal DeLoreans from all the movie sets. That was their goal, to collect them all. Whether or not they've got them still, I wouldn't know. And the one car, from what I understand, that Universal had, they left it outside for so long, it just started breaking down, having problems. It just needed some love, so it had to get spruced up. We're at 91% already. Damn. It's just me battling on about Back to the Future trivia with this episode. Apologies if it's not your thing, but it definitely matches the theme of this this particular DLC. I really haven't been systematic when it's come to cleaning the car, but garden hose. And that's right, I remember I was reading what was it now, the design for this particular vehicle. This literally was off of a blender top. This was like a blender top thing or something originally. There was part of it's just random stuff that you wouldn't even think about. But it was just like bits and pieces of stuff you'd find at home that they'd made this car with. It was just ridiculous. Another fun fact, which is quite an old bit of trivia, but Seth MacFarlane, in a really early Family Guys episode, cracked a joke in the episode about a guy trying to find a door for a DeLorean. This was actually a personal joke that he had, because he was, in real life, he had a project car. He needed a door for his DeLorean, and they were so difficult to come across. That was holding back. So people trying to do the cars up were having a lot of problems getting some spare parts. And for him, he needed the door. What are we not covering here? Alright, let's... we haven't jumped on top of the car yet. From this side, it sort of does have a bit of a Tesla Cybertruck build. Sort of. Actually, here's another fun fact. Not DeLorean related, but may interest you, it might interest you. Does anyone remember the car from James Bond, the underwater convertible car? And he drives it in the water, then it suddenly becomes a submersible car. So that particular car was found in a lockup in America. One of those lockups that they auction off because people had forgotten about it or whatever. Went really cheap. Really, really cheap. I forget the dollar value, but anyway, these guys bought it. They clearly had a rough idea what they were getting, surely. I mean, it's difficult to stumble across these things unless it is just purely dumb luck. And they found this odd-looking thing in the back, this odd-looking vehicle type thing, prop sort of thing. They threw it on a trailer with everything else. At a petrol station, someone walked up to him and asked and said to him, "Do you know what that is? Where did you get that from?" And they've just said, "What do you mean? What is this?" Turns out they had the one-of-one James Bond submersible car. Now, moving forward a year or two, that went on auction for, I think it was 6 figures. I'd have to look up the notes on it, but anyway. And then it ends up, of all people, in the hands of Elon Musk. Because his idea was, I'd like to make an underwater submersible car. So, yeah. Useless trivia. I'm full of it. There's a lot of parts in this. Yep, there is still dirt in there. Alright, what's dirty, what isn't dirty? Clean, 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 clean. Hydraulics, reactor, we know they're flashing, but they're not letting us do that. Tachyon pulse. All the tires. Are you kidding me? Tire cleaned. Come on. Surely it's, I mean, it's not flashing anymore, hypothetically. Oh, it is. Where is this, It's just that side flashing, isn't it? I think I can see it. It's not flashing it. Oh, it's flashing again. Damn it. I was so hopeful. You know what? We'll come back to the tires because I've got to do them anyway. I just can't see where they're actually not. Oh, that got it. Ah, there we go. See, this is funny. This game can be a little bit fussy sometimes like that, but in a good way. Wing mirrors. That one can't be that difficult. Done. What else do we need? The temporal field gyroscope. What does that look like? this here. Got it. Primary hydraulics and pipes. Well, let's, because I'm no Doc Brown, so it's going to be that pipe there. Is what we call do-it-yourself fix your time machine for dummies. Primary pipe. I'm going to guess it's going to be that one there. Let's see how good my guess is. Oh. You kidding me? We're gonna get to see it do it. Oh. Epic. Totally epic. Totally. Makes me want to watch Back to the Future. Alright. Well, on that big note, difficult to top that. Thank you for watching, as always. This was Chapter 2. On to Chapter 3. Alright. Have a great day wherever you are, and enjoy the day. See ya.